Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, or when I have the hat on, I call myself Benjamin Joe Banks. And this is a brand new episode of Who's That Cosplayer? And joining me today, and the reason why I went to go get this hat, because it's not every day that I get to interview my daughter, and I am so excited right now. Joining me today is Saturnsjupiter. Saturn, or like I'll call you, SJ. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Hey, I am doing fine. I'm happy that you're here because I know that I wasn't in your life when you were a kid, but I just want to let you know that I do care about you. And the reason why I wasn't in your life is because I was protecting you. I've killed a lot of people, and I didn't want you and your mother to get dragged into what I've done. So I apologize.
You know what? Thanks, Dad. Who'd you kill?
It was this vampire. He's been screwing with our family, and I took him out. But he has these disciples and whatnot, and I think one of them. What is it? He's a priest or a pastor at the jail that you're
in. Yeah, bad vibe.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
I'm glad that you know. But hey, before we get into today's interview, everybody that's watching, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And as D always says, podcast link down below in the description. Like, follow, subscribe. So SJ, let's go ahead and get into this interview. One of the first questions that I ask each and every guest is, what is your origin story? Every hero or villain has one. So tell everybody who you are.
Okay, well, I've watched your videos before, so I'm like, what is my origin story? It's like really, it's hard to deep dive into the beginning of when I was doing cosplay. I've been probably doing cosplay since I was 12, so 2012,
Okay.
which is easy enough. And so I started kind of just doing stuff at home. I've always been a fan of anime since I was really young. And that was, that was just, I feel like the step that it naturally kind of progressed that way, because I've always kind of been into dressing up and, that type of thing. And a big thing. Yeah, right. Exactly. And it was just it was a natural progression, especially with doing makeup and costuming. I was in theater for a little while, and
Nice.
Yeah, and so I started doing it with just some friends, and I got out of it for a little while. Around 2017, I stopped. I was like, I'm done with this. It's expensive. I was like, I can't deal with it. I'm 17. I don't want to do this anymore. And then I moved in with one of my closest friends now. We moved into an apartment around college time, and she was like, you should get back into cosplay again. And I was like, you know what, I just might. And we watched JoJo together, and that was kind of the big spur that we were like, you know what, we should do these characters. And we did a Stardust Crusaders group with my roommates, and it was just kind of it was really, it's been so fun. I'm so glad that I started making content online and meeting so many people at conventions again. It's been such a great, kind of a reunion to getting back into cosplay. I got back into it probably around 2021.
Nice.
And
it's
so
been a bizarre adventure. I like
it. It has. And that bizarre adventure brought me to such great spots. I'm so happy. I'm so glad.
Hey, that's an awesome origin story. And I find it funny that it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which was the anime that you chose to get back into watching anime. For me, it was My Hero Academia. And for a long period of time, I want to say for me, it was 2018 when I started watching anime again. Because just like you, I kind of, grew out of it, and I just wasn't into it anymore. But My Hero came along, and I saw Deku. I fell in love with him because I had me and him, we were very similar. And everybody used to always just say, man, all you talk about is My Hero Academia, until I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And now it's if you knew my co-host Rebellious D and Trav, they cannot stand when I talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We literally play Dungeons and Dragons, me and Rebellious D, and we just added some new people to our campaign. And the girl, her name is Jocelyn, but she said that everybody calls her JoJo. And I was just like, I said, oh. So I was just like, well, do you know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is? And she's like, yeah, I love JoJo. And D was just like, no, not in my house. Get out of here with that JoJo talk. I hear enough about it every day. I do not want to hear about JoJo. So I love that JoJo was the anime that brought you back. I feel like,
yeah,
I feel
so
like
similar.
we get older and we kind of grow out of things, whether it be anime, video games, manga. For some people it's still cartoons. I mean, I have friends that, they watched Power Rangers when they were younger, and then they started watching it again as adults because it reminded them of their childhood and whatnot. And I just love like all of the JoJo cosplays that you've done. And I know people get on me all the time because I interview a lot of JoJo cosplayers, but I mean, yeah, look, I mean, I got the hat on, you know what I'm saying? And again too, I'm interviewing my daughter, you know what I'm saying? So it's not every day that I get to interview my daughter. So, I want to ask you, like, out of all of the cosplays that you've done, like, what are some of the favorite ones that you've done? You can give me your top 3.
Okay. Well, it was kind of like deciding what to do for this interview because I like similar to you, when I first got into JoJo, I was like, I could not shut up about it. Like, I was like, this is my whole life. This is my bread and butter. This is, like, I'm going to talk about it all the time. And like my friends that were watching it with me also started to get a little bit annoyed. They're like, Jesse, you compare everything to JoJo. And I'm like,
yeah, I know it's a JoJo reference and everything. Like,
it's true. And I like, I read part 6 and I immediately, like, that is my favorite part. Part 6 is so close to my heart. And so Jolene, like learning about her character and learning about the person she was, like, that is me so much. Like, she reminds me a lot of my younger self, like when I was her age, 19, kind of just a little bit angry, a little crazy, but like still like strong-hearted. And like, I had similar issues with my father.
I'm sorry.
But like, no, it's okay. No, I had some kind of, some things that kind of came together and happened, and it was like, I was very thankful for part 6 because I was like, that really made me come to terms with a lot of my issues that I had. And it was like, I was able to kind of learn more. And so back to your question.
No, that's cool. Hey, we snowball up here all the time.
Yeah. Jolene is definitely up there. Jolene, I when I put her on, I'm just like, it's like, I get so giddy. I get excited because I'm like, it's me. Oh my God. And then my second favorite is Gyro Zeppeli. I love doing Gyro because not like reading, like Stone Ocean. The cat's here.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on. We can't just have somebody come up here and, make a special guest appearance and, not show their presence. Like, what's your cat's name?
This is Zipper.
Hey, what's up, Zipper?
She, she's not the biggest fan of being held. But
hey,
this is Zipper girl.
I see Zipper trying to get away. Hey, Zipper,
yeah, she immediately wants down.
I just want to let you know, Zipper, if you play video games, there's this new video game called Stray that just came out where you can play as a cat. So, Zipper, I see that you're on screen, and I guess you want to be a part of the interview too. So, how did you get into cosplay?
Zipper's like, yeah, I cosplayed Iggy the other day. Sometimes I like to bend the rules a little bit. I know I'm a cat.
I love it.
But yeah, no, that's my girl. But reading.
Oh, hold on. One last. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
is her name Zipper? Is that a JoJo reference? I hope it is.
It's actually a coincidence that her name is Zipper because me and my roommates adopted her and she already had the name Zipper. And it was before we watched part 5 and we were like, Zipper's such a cute name. We'll keep it. And we got another cat and we named him Button. And so, but then we're like, oh, clasped names, you know, like they keep things together, they keep us together. So, but then now it's a JoJo's reference. Everything comes full circle.
It is, and that's what I love. Dang, it's like we snowball. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So you said gyro.
Yeah, yeah. We're just like,
that's what. Hey, look,
everywhere.
It's natural. We snowball.
Yeah. Reading part 7, I also really felt like Gyro. You know, like Gyro is such a silly lad, and I am indeed a silly lad when I'm around my one friend. Her name is Maru Cheebs Cosplay on Instagram. She's the
shout out.
She's the one that got me back into cosplay. Me and my other friend, and who is Psychedelust, also on Instagram, and we all cosplay together. And she's my Johnny. You know, like I read part 7, and I was like, "You're Johnny." And I'm Gyro. Like, this is real. Like, I mansplain stuff to you and you just sit there and take it. And I think we should be them. And that's kind of like how I kind of gained a following on like TikTok, because a lot of people really liked our Gyro and Johnny together, because we always made content and dumb videos as them. So yeah. And then, you know, trying to think of like a third favorite, because I always have those top 2 and I'm like, those are my guys.
I can tell you what my favorite is, and I bet you it's probably not even your favorite.
What is it?
Hey, it's my favorite JoJo, and from my favorite part, Josuke. That's my favorite.
Josuke! Yeah, no, you're totally right. Josuke is my favorite on my top 3. Those guys go hard, because also I always forget that I really do love Josuke in the way that we're similar, you know?
Yeah.
And our similarities, because I'm always like, Jolene and Gyro, yeah. And then like Josuke like sneaks up on me and is like, you're like him too. You're a lot like him too. No, I love styling that wig. That wig was awesome. I styled it twice. I did it first, and then I did it a second time, and I put a little heart in the front part, which I haven't like gotten a photo of it really well yet. I'm still got to get back into him again.
Hey, but look, now you said something that has to happen. Yeah, I love your Josuke. And, you know, also, too, it's just like your makeup game is on point. Pinky's up for that, because it's just like when you do these cosplays and you bring these characters to life, like your Dio, your Joseph Joestar, your Rengoku that you just did recently, you know, everything is just so on point. And, you know, thank you to your friend for getting you back into cosplay, because if not, then we wouldn't see all of these amazing cosplays that you've been doing, man. So I kind of want to go back to a con question, but like, what have been some of your favorite moments from going to cons over the years?
Oh my gosh. I feel like, you know, going back to, because I went to Techo when they had it in December in Pittsburgh. And that one was a con that I was like, you know, it was one of the first ones that I got myself back into, you know, after getting back into cosplay after quarantine time, you know, when things started opening back up and cons started happening again. That was like the biggest one I got myself back involved into. And that was when we did JoJo. I mean, I did JoJo all of that whole weekend. We did a Stardust group. This is me and my other roommate friend. So we did a Stardust group. We did a part 7 Steel Ball, and we also, I mean, I did Jolene on Sunday, because I was like, I want to bring Jolene. I love Jolene. And they're like, I haven't gotten to part 6 yet. It's like, oh my gosh. Which I did get my friend into doing Johnny cosplay before she even read part 7. I was just like, you're Johnny.
Yeah, I need you to do this.
And that was probably like one of my favorite experiences. And then coming back to Techo, which they had in the summer. Now it was just this past weekend, and I was able to bring one of my good online friends, Verona Roses, on with me all the way from Florida, all the way up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that was just, it was such a magical experience, because it was like, we've known each other for a while online, and we were able to finally, you know, meet each other, and we did cosplays together. And it was just like, I finally had my people doing it with me, because it's always just me as Jolene with my friends.
I totally understand that. And you know, you mentioned Verona Roses. I have to say, make sure that you check out her interview. It is up here on the YouTube channel. And I always love it when I interview somebody and then like I see their friends and I'm just like, yo, I have to interview their friends now. And then y'all recently just did the Rengoku and Tengen cosplays, and I was just like, yo, I gotta slide in the DMs, and that's what your boy did. I slid in those DMs, and SJ was just like, yo, let's do this. So, who's that cosplayer?
Charles Nelson.
So I really appreciate you coming up here and joining me, man. And I'm happy that you got a chance to meet Verona, because I do hope to meet her one day too, because I told her I'll be Jotaro from part 4, and then she can be Koichi, or she could be Josuke.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like, we ever meet, you could be Josuke, and and I'll be your uncle instead of your dad. So,
yes.
it's just, you never know what's going to happen in the world of cosplay. And I really wish that I could start a JoJo group here in my area. Like, I've talked to a couple JoJo cosplayers, but it's just like, I want it to be official. And it's hard, like how you were saying, when it comes to putting a squad together, because they either haven't seen that part yet or they don't watch JoJo at all. Like, I would love for my co-host to do JoJo cosplays with me, but they're just like, no, we're not doing it. It's sad. So you already mentioned that Jolene is your favorite JoJo. You mentioned that part 6 is your favorite part. Now, what is your favorite villain from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Not what is, but who is?
Who is? It's probably between Cars and Diavolo. I like Cars. Cars is awesome. Like, I love that concept, but also just like I'm very attracted to the style of part 2. I feel like it's something that you haven't really seen, and it's something that isn't really brought back too often. And I just love that kind of that concept of Cars, but also like the style of Cars. And then also just Diavolo is so swag, like just so cool. Like, how's it going on? Like, the hair, are you kidding me? The little dots. Oh my gosh. I just did Diavolo for Techo. Just like a quick.
Nice. See, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't posted it yet, but it's gonna be soon. I'll post it. I did Diavolo, and Verona Roses did Bruno, and then my other friend Psychedelist did Trish with us. So we did it for the rave kind of later on in the day. But I was like so proud of how my makeup turned out for that. I was like, it's so exciting. I can't wait to post it. Those photos went really hard.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. And because I was gonna ask, were these 2 future cosplays that you were thinking about doing, but you've done Diavolo, but is Cars, is that somebody that's a possible future cosplay?
Like, oh man, Cars is such a build, but sometimes I have characters that I appreciate and sometimes I don't think about cosplaying, but like, I'd cosplay any JoJo's character. Like, they all go so hard, like design wise. It's so fun to build those cosplays out. And from just like the most casual thing, like Joseph part 2, to like, like Jolene was one of my bigger builds, because I did both her version with the skirt and the version with the pants.
Yeah.
And I made, my friend that got me back into cosplay is like a costume design major. So she knows, she knows how to deal with the fabrics that I don't know how to deal with, especially this fabric, because it's super stretchy and shiny. And that was a nightmare to try to figure out how to like sew it right so it doesn't get all too weird. But future cosplay is, I have a couple of ones coming up for Holomat. I'm gonna go to Holomat down with Verona Roses. Nice. And my lineup, I'm gonna bring back Ito from Genshin Impact for that. And I haven't I did him for kind of on a whim for Colossal Con, and I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to build his whole fit, so I'm just raring to go for that one. and we're also, which Verona will laugh when I talk about Iruma, like Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. That it's an anime. It's on Crunchyroll.
I need to watch it. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, me and Verona, Verona took, was like, watch it, and I was like, okay, I will, and it became such a comfort show. So we're gonna do a group at home with a group of people cosplaying from that, and I'm beyond excited. It's the propaganda for that show. We always have the propaganda of watch Iruma, watch it, because it's a cozy, like, good feel anime.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I need to watch, and I'm trying to remember, who does he voice up there? I'm looking it up right now. Please don't kill me, anybody. Please don't kill me. Jazz. We interviewed Ryan Cole Levy, who voices Jazz on Welcome to Demon School. And you can check out his interview either on the podcast or up here on YouTube. But he was telling us that was one of his favorite roles before he ended up voicing Rhodey Soul in the My Hero Academia movie. But it's definitely something that I do want to check out, because it has, like, when I look at, like, pictures of it, it gives me My Hero Academia vibes, but it's just Demon School.
Yeah, it's a cute, it's a cute kind of like high schoolers hanging out kind of thing, just misadventures. I always love those types of shows, because I like to laugh. And so, it's like, that's something I haven't gotten in a long time with watching anime, is like sitting down. Like, as a kid, I used to watch so many animes that I would just sit down and, like, just laugh so hard at. And this is one that I, was reunited with, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually, like, sitting here laughing out loud, like, watching it. And it's so sweet. It's wholesome.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel like one for me that I recently just started watching that's been having me laughing is Mob Psycho. Like, that's because I like you said, there aren't really that many animes out there that can give you a good laugh. I mean, like, I watch My Hero Academia, I laugh here and there. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has some pretty good laughs up there, especially if you didn't know about it, because I was working out at the gym, and when I do cardio, I'll watch anime. And I watched the episode from Stardust Crusaders when Avdol and Joseph were stuck to each other. And I was just like, yo, like, what am I watching right now? I was laughing.
What am I watching?
Yeah, I was laughing out loud, because I'm just like, yo, if somebody's watching, if somebody looks and sees what I'm watching, I'm like, yo, what is he watching? And then it's that embarrassing feeling, because I always think people are looking at me when I'm watching anime, and I don't care. But it's just funny if they saw that happen. It's just like, yo, like, what is that? Because, sometimes anime and video games has that bad stigma for people who don't watch that stuff, and they're just like,
right.
Yeah, so
I know. I usually at the gym, like, I would always be watching Cowboy Bebop. Like, that was always one that I would watch while I was, like, at the gym. I don't know why. It was just like my gym staple. Yeah. I just throw it on and that became one of my favorite. I mean, like, it's funny, it's crazy that I haven't cosplayed from it yet, because I'm just like, it's always held such a special place in my heart, and I'm just like, I need to cosplay from it. I really wanted to do a Julia cosplay, because I feel like she's never really, like, she isn't appreciated as much, and she's such a mysterious character. So I'm like, and I could use my hair for it. I oftentimes use my hair for cosplays, because there's a lot of characters with, like, long blonde hair, so I'm like, I'll take it. And now I'm stuck with my long blonde hair, because I don't want to cut it, I don't want to dye it, I don't want to do anything, because I use it for gyro, and I've used it for Dio, and it's just like, I can't get rid of it.
I mean, use what you can, man. And I was gonna say about Julia, it's just like, she may have been mysterious on the anime, but she was not mysterious in the live action.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Oh my God, that ending! I was just like, hold on, I thought Julia is supposed to be dead. Like, what is going on?
Dude, oh my God, I didn't even watch the live action, because, like, I literally was like, oh, like, I saw clips from it, and I was like, I don't even want to take it in. I don't want to take it in.
Like, I guess it's not that bad.
it's a different media, you know. I feel like it's a different version. It's not even, I feel like it's so separate from bebop that it's could be like kind of looked at it as its own thing and appreciated as its own thing, you know. So I you know, as like a bebop stan, I'm always like, I don't want to stray from bebop. You know,
I feel you on that. I think, and you know, since we're talking about bebop, make sure that you check out our interview with Bo Billingsley, who voiced Jet Black. It is up here on YouTube, or you can listen to it on the podcast. Hey, look, I'm always plugging. You know, I gotta plug the episode so people check it out. And also to piggyback off of something that you had said about Cowboy Bebop earlier while watching it at the gym. The last anime that I watched at the gym, and I made sure, like, mature anime, was Berserk. I started watching Berserk, and I put it on at the gym one night, and it was the episode with Casca's backstory, and I was just like, never again will I watch mature anime at the gym. Never again. I was not expecting them to show the stuff that they were showing up there. And again, you just don't want anybody, you know, I mean, it's one thing, I mean, it was late at night, but still, you know. And then plus two, when I'm at the gym late at night, I don't use my headphones sometimes because it's on like 3 or 5 people in there, and I don't want them hearing like this and that. It's just like, well, what the hell?
No, literally.
But
it's like the courtesy of it.
Yeah, exactly. So now the next question I want to ask you is, you know, before we wrap this thing up, is what are some of your hobbies that you're into when you're not cosplaying?
Oh man, well, I just got my degree in graphic design, so
nice. Congratulations.
I'm always, thank you. I'm always, you know, I'm like always trying to do art of some kind, you know, and I feel like I have every single hobby under the sun when it comes to art, you know, like I do digital art, and I've done painting, and I've done, you know, like I've done a lot of facets of art, you know. And I mean, I'm a big gamer. I do enjoy some gaming. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. and I feel like, you know, that's also something that I got myself back into, that I, you know, it's like I used to play Minecraft when I was young, and that was something that getting back into it is like such a heartwarming and welcoming, you know, like oh, the music starts playing and you're like, I'm here in my house and it's raining, and you hear the rain outside, and you're just like, I should touch some grass. I should actually go outside. And then it's it's been like 3 days and you're just still on the same Minecraft server.
Yeah, I used to be that way with the Sims back in the day. Like, oh my God, those Sims story, like, you know, you'd be off of work and you just be playing the Sims all day. And especially back in the olden days when I would hook my computer up to the landline, so it was dial-up internet and whatnot, right? I remember my uncle was staying with me at the time, and I was using his computer, and I had downloaded all of these Sims mods, and like my mom had been calling all day, and I had been playing the Sims from 8 a.m. until they got home at around like 8-9 o'clock that night. Not only did I get my ass whooped because the phone lines were tied up all day, but my uncle deleted every single mod that I had got for the Sims off his computer. I was so like, I downloaded Inuyasha, I downloaded because it was the Sims where they finally had the pets up there, so I had Pokemon as pets. I had so much stuff. Like there was even like a Yu-Gi-Oh mod where it's like it turned the card table into the Yu-Gi-Oh game. I was so devastated. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, but no. But as an adult, like, I played The Sims and I got lost in it, and it was it's very time consuming. Cause just like Minecraft, because you're just creating the entire.
Yes.
Thing, so.
It's especially like getting on a server on Minecraft where like they offer you stuff and you're like, I will take it and I will build with it. And it's like it's like different than like, you know, being on a server where it's like you start all from scratch. Like I've just been on a server where you kind of just get free stuff every day, and it's like, yes. And then that gives you kind of the incentive to keep on going and just never leave.
I 100% agree with you, man. So Unfortunately, we're here at the end of this interview, and I feel like that it could go on forever.
I know. I love this. Is awesome.
No, I really appreciate you joining me up here, SJ. And before I let you go, let everybody in social media land know where they can find you at.
Oh man, I'm Saturnsjupiter on TikTok and Instagram, and that's the whole lot of it. I mean, you can check out my links on there if you want to, donate. I have a like a coffee, and I also have an Amazon wish list, which I just put up, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of interesting to put yourself out there and be like, this is my cosplay goal. These are the things I need for it. And so check me out, Saturnsjupiter on TikTok and Insta.
Awesome. Hey, and y'all make sure that y'all go and support her. Follow her on both of her social media accounts that she has out there. And y'all already know where you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again, everybody, for watching this interview. Make sure you check out some more interviews we have here on the channel, along with reviews, reaction videos. Check out our podcast where we have brand new episodes every Tuesday. The link is down below in the description. And then the video of that interview is up here on YouTube on Friday. So like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thank you.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.